All right, so we're about to head down to New Mexico to pick up a 1990 Jeep YJ. Um, the ad was pretty vague, but the seller he gave me a lot of information. He said he's just not into crawling, and some friends kind of convinced him to buy this thing. So um, I'm gonna load the truck up with the trailer, and then we're gonna head down there and go pick it up. It's about a 4.5 hour drive to get to it, and then I don't know how long it'll probably take me. I'm imagining I'll be on the road most of the day. So yeah, let's get on the road. All right, so we did sell the Montero, about a month and a half ago, about 6 weeks ago. So we got a bunch of stuff done around the house, on the property and stuff that we needed to get done, and and so our plan was to get something else, for the family to go cruising around in, backcountry, and probably leaning on a rock crawler. So I found one, and we're heading to New Mexico, a place called Edgewood. It's about 30 minutes east of Albuquerque. So we're gonna go down there. It's 8 o'clock in the morning right now, end of May. So we're gonna go down there, pick it up, and you guys will see it once I pick it up. It's pretty rad. I'm super stoked about it. It's gonna be awesome.
Looking for hope, yeah. I worked on myself, learned a few lessons. Without you, I spread my wings to the heavens. But where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah? It was long days and long nights, battling with demons, so tired from the fights, yeah. I was struggling to make ends meet, thought I had you on my team, now the feeling's bittersweet, Cause I look back now, and it looks different. I was trying to win for us, but you had a different mission. Just listen, I fought hard every day. You gave away someone who would follow you into the grave. Where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah? Where did you go when I was alone, just looking for hope, yeah? I worked on myself, learned a few lessons. Without you, I spread my wings to the heavens. But where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah? Life's looking good now, cut out the negative. It stays away if you make sure not to let it in. A different purpose, I'm a different person. I've been working on myself, built a new version. The best revenge is having success, so what's next? Goddamn, I've been feeling real blessed to be alive, to be in this life. I got a new chance to move on and thrive. So I'll stay strong, I'll live life, I'll be wrong, I'll be right. I'll work hard, see new sights. I'll look deep, yeah, inside. And I'll never look back with any regret. I always tried, always did my best. Pass or fail, at least I took the test. Now I'm just ready for what's next. Let's go! Where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah? Where did you go when I was alone, just looking for hope, yeah? I worked on myself, learned a few lessons. Without you, I spread my wings to the heavens. But where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah?
Alright, heading back home. We picked up our new rock crawler. I'll go over it all at the house once I have some time to look at it. I'm 90% sure what I've got. There's a couple of things I want to kind of do some research on, but you'll see it in the mirror there, tailgating me. But this is the rest of the drive up to Taos through this canyon. I forgot what river we're along, but we're almost at Taos, and then Taos to home is another hour and a half or so. So making decent time. What time is it? It's 4:40 right now. So it's been a long time, a long day on the road. But it's tracking good, and And yeah, see y'all at the house. Alright, that river down there, that's the Rio Grande. I knew that. I just couldn't think of it a minute ago. Canyon got really narrow back there, and it gets higher up at this end, closer to on the Taos side. But runs along the river. There's a lot of really good whitewater rafting down here. So if you haven't driven this road, do it. It's 68 north.
Where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah? Where did you go when I was alone, just looking for hope, yeah? I worked on myself, learned a few lessons. Without you, I spread my wings to the heavens. But where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah? It was long days and long nights, battling with demons, so tired from the fights, yeah. I was struggling to make ends meet.
What do you think, buddy?
It got big, giant four wheels.
Yeah.
Look at that. I think I can get the top of that.
Look how big the shocks are, buddy, and look how big the axle is. Look, it's got that axle's the same size as the axle that's in Daddy's F350. Cool, huh, bud?
What's under here? Oh, got these awesome too.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at these things over here.
Those are the brakes.
Oh, and look at these huge tires.
Yeah.
I might need to step down.
Are you excited?
Yeah. Yeah. I decided to drive it. So,
You want to hear it?
yeah.
Here, come here.
Inside. Pedals?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are. I can't reach the pedals. Can't reach them.
Excited, buddy?
Yeah.
High five. Yeah, buddy.
Close the doors.
Here, climb over to the other seat, and I'll get up there and start it.
Look at the back. Look back here.
Oh, don't go back there. I've got there's a fuel cell back there. Here, sit up here. I'm gonna get a rear seat for it. He's got a rear seat. We're gonna pick it up on our way home from Texas.
Let's go drive.
Yeah, I gotta do some stuff to it, but it's pretty much ready, bud.
Look down there. And look. So good.
Cool, huh, buddy?
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, it's idling high, just because it's cold.
Why do you go drive?
We gotta unload it off the trailer, and it's nighttime, but we can go drive it around tomorrow. That sound good?
Yeah.
All right.
Look back there.
Yeah. Look, buddy, the roof. Look. Touch it. It's just fabric.
The stairwell is so flat.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
All right, so we got home, and we've got the truck put up. We've got the trailer disconnected and stashed over there, and we've got the truck or the Jeep. And this is actually, we've had it out here for about 3 days now, and Alice and I, my son and I, have been cruising around in it every day. He loves it. He loves to go cruise around in it. Let me zoom out so you can see more of it. So that's it. So, like I said, it's the ad was pretty vague, and he kind of knew what he had. But then after getting home and doing some research, found out I think I got a pretty good deal. The ad said it was a Dana 60, and it's close, but it's actually the GM version, so it's a 10.5 inch, 14 bolt, full float GM rear axle. And first thing I'm going to do back here is get rid of the big heavy drums and replace them with there's a company that makes a bracket that allows me to use 2 front calipers and then a disc off of like an F250 or 2500 series from like the 70s. So I'm going to use that and get rid of these big drums. But yeah, the only thing I don't know, I've done a bunch of research over the past couple of days. The only thing I don't know is what the gear ratio is in the diffs. He didn't know, and I don't know. So my best guess is the original was a 410, because that's what most of the 14 bolt full floats had. I know Dana 44s come with 410s. That's one of the axles that they put in them, or one of the gear ratios that they put in them. So I'm gonna have to, in a little bit here, I'm actually going to jack it up, mark the drive shafts, and then I'll rotate the tires, count the revolutions on the drive shaft, and that'll give me my rough, it'll get me pretty close to what the gear ratio is in each axle. And I know they're synced because the 4-wheel drive works and there's no like binding on the transfer case. So let me pause this real quick. Yeah, they're 410s in the front, which means that he picked a Dana 44 that'll match the rear, because I'm 99% sure that the original 14 bolts, 10.5 inch 14 bolts that were full float, the full float versions, I think most of them came with a 410 gear ratio. So that wasn't unexpected. What's kind of unexpected is the hubs are locked, and look, it's acting like either a Lunchbox locker or maybe a LSD. I don't think it's a limited slip. That line's just a breather line. Yeah, see, it goes up to back there. There's an ARB, that thing right there. It's an ARB breather kit. So that line goes there, and then I believe, yeah, there's another one right down there that goes to the back. Yeah. All right, so that's it. So there's no connector for any kind of like E-diff or air line. I thought that might be like an air locker line. All right, so yeah, that was a surprise. It definitely has a locker, some kind of locker. I'll have to, I think if I put that tire on the ground and then try to turn this one, I might be able to get it to click on the inside of there. The Lunchbox lockers will lock and unlock on their own when one tire is spinning slower than the other one. So like if you're taking a corner, and as long as that tire has decent traction, it will slow down. As long as this tire has good traction, it'll speed up going around a corner. So and then you'll hear like a click, 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 like kind of like almost like a ratcheting inside the diff. So, but yeah, there's definitely a locker in there, and yeah, like I said, 410 gears. So let me I'm gonna lower that side. I'm gonna jack it up again just under this side, and then see if I can get it to click and unclick. 1 second. All right, you should hear a clicking noise. hear it clicking, but it's like... Huh, I don't hear it clicking like a lot of ratcheting lunchbox lockers will make. So it makes me think that maybe there's a limited slip, which could be the case because a lot of Dana 44s, of course that's a front Dana 44. I know a lot of rear Dana 44s had LSDs in them. I don't know how many fronts had them in them, and I don't know anybody that would put an axle together for a front and knowingly or willing or wantingly put an LSD in it instead of over a lunchbox locker. About the same cost in lunchbox put together, for all intents and purposes. Yeah. Definitely some kind of, maybe a torque lock. I think they have I'm not sure, but spitballing. I think they have a spring inside them, but I think they still make a ratcheting noise. May just not be able to hear it very well through the case. I don't know. Either way, front axle like it's locked up. Lunchbox in there for the field lock. So I'll treat it like that until I get around to changing the diff fluid in that front diff. And when I do that, I'll go ahead and pull that front cover off and take a peek inside and see exactly what's in there. My money's on a lunchbox of some kind. All right, next thing is going to be to adjust the carburetor. I need to adjust the idle. I can't adjust the high idle because the high idle, you can only adjust that when the engine's cold, and the engine's already warmed up right now. Filter's good. These right here are the mixture screws. So this one controls the mixture on the left bank. This one controls the mixture for the right bank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the engine on, let it idle, and then I'm going to push this one clockwise all the way in until the engine starts to run kind of crappy, and then I'll back it out counterclockwise until the engine runs crappy again, and then I'll kind of fine tune in the middle where it runs really good. And then same on this one. I'll do this one after, and then I'll go back and forth a little bit to kind of get the idle right. What I'm trying to do is reduce the amount of fuel going into the engine at idle and at low throttle. So when the throttle's kind of barely open, just above idle, which is kind of where we kind of cruise at, like 1,000 or 1,200 RPM, 1,500 RPM maybe. That's really where we kind of cruise around it with my son. We're nice and slow, and it's just got a lot of vapor coming out. So, but it's because this thing was from about a mile lower than where we are now. So we're at 9,000 feet. I'll probably pull this carb out and swap the jets for something around 7,000 feet, based on whatever the Edelbrock manual says. I think they have a tuning manual online. So I'll figure out what the best jets are for 7,000 feet, and then that way it'll run really good down, between here and town, and then it'll also run fine up here. It'll only be, I think it's only between it's like 7,200 feet down there, so 92 up here, so 2,000 feet different. and I think they only really, Edelbrock wants you to change the jets every 1,500 feet. You go up and down a size, and I think it's from like, well, I'm not gonna start guessing. I think it's from like 120 to 130 or 130 to 120. Yeah, 130 would be like sea level, 120 up here. So I'm not sure what jets are in this originally because it's from New Mexico. So they're probably around like 4,700 feet or so, maybe 5. And then I know people have recognized this Jeep from Moab, and it has an Arizona title, so I'm sure it's been everywhere. Moab's about a mile, I believe, too. So I'm just going to tune it for 7,000, and then it should run fine all the way down, 5,000 or 4,000, and then up to 9,000, and not have to rejet it for trips in and out, or if we trailer it to different places. So I'm going to start fiddling with this and see if I can improve it and reduce the fuel flow.
Where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah? Where did you go when I was alone just looking for hope, yeah? I worked on myself, learned a few lessons. Without you I spread my wings to the heavens. But where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah? It was long days and long nights, battling with demons, so tired from the fights, yeah. I was struggling to make ends meet, thought I had you on my team, now the feeling's bittersweet, cause I look back now, and it looks different. I was trying to win for us, but you had a different mission, just listen, I fought hard
I'm pretty sure this is the idle adjustment screw. That's what I'm guessing.
through the grave. Where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah? Where did you go when I was alone just looking for hope, yeah? I worked on myself, learned a few lessons. Without you I spread my wings to the heavens. But where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah? Life's looking good now, cut out the negative. It stays away if you make sure not to let it in. A different purpose, I'm a different person. I've been working on myself, built a new version. The best revenge is having success, so what's next? Goddamn, I've been feeling real blessed to be alive, to be in this life.
That was pretty good. Idling it right at 1,000. I brought it back up. It was at like 700 or 800. It was a little rough. Usually pretty happy right here. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that until I rejet it. That should be good. So, really stoked about this Jeep. I'm gonna find some tires and some bead locks.